Hey, traders. Let's get this stream started, because a lot of pressing things happening this evening. Less than 2 hours now. So, what did Bitcoin do in the past 24-hour period? Slipped to a low 39,677, falling below a very, very critical area. You know all about it if you watch this stream, right? And lo and behold, rallied with the index funds and is now testing the top of the inflection zone. None of this has changed. Remember, how did I factor these or find these or plot these areas? 40,665, 41,986. One's the highest candle close on the daily back from January 8th, 2021. And then one is the wick high from that same day around 42K. And so you're just ping-ponging between them. Very, very real. And definitely, I'm sure, stopped out a lot of people before that rally ensued. And look where you are now. You're just knocking on the door of a break out to the upside of it. But you haven't yet. You certainly have not. And plotted also a channel you can clearly see just since December 27th. Like, right, supply line and then demand line. Just a nice, well-developed downtrend. And, you know, trying to break the heart line of it, I guess. But if it rallies, then you're looking like 43,588 to go test that supply line, it seems. And if not, then you could be headed down to like 38.7 to test the bottom of the channel that you're in right now, right? Yes. Well, I think Riot does, but I'm not sure about MSTR. We'll look at it. We'll definitely look.
Is there a bullish shock on MicroStrategy?
Oh, thanks, dudes. Thanks, dude. All right, so that's it, man. Like, you were in jeopardy of a technical breakdown, and then it's not about the wicks, right? It's about where traders settle up. They settled up on the 4-hour at 41,020, not lower than, above it. So we got less than 60 minutes till your daily candle close. So we can look at the daily. That, I mean, good luck, dude. Wow, right? I mean, just insane. Still just rejecting lower prices for now. And the good news, right? Something we certainly need if you want any sort of actual argument based on traditional technical analysis for a major reversal here. This has to keep going. And if it does, my God, dude, we covet this. Right? If that keeps playing and you keep holding this inflection zone support, and then you start breaking to the upside, dang, man, then all of a sudden that triple MACD bullish divergence, it is developing right now. I mean, tomorrow, sure, you could just start dumping, dude, but dang, that is sell exhaustion. What? At a critical level, that's everything we asked, and it's type 2. It's not, we don't know the first time. Second time, yeah, and it went lower too, so there is hopium that you can all begin to start smoking if this continues, if what's going on holds. You know, this is now day 4 since our first test of 40,600 since September 29th. There was also a really nice trade setup. Once it held in that last day of September, a lot of strength. Morgan Stanley bought like $300 million worth of BTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. All right, so, you know, I still need something, right? I mean, like, this is good. This is exactly what you have to have happen. I just don't know if it's trigger pull in time yet, but dang, better than it was yesterday. For sure. You give me a few more histogram wicks, then it's undeniable divergence. I mean, it already is diverging as of today, but, you know, you could understand my reluctance when it's just like, when you just saw the lowest price. And that feared greed index, I believe it hit the lowest point today it had seen since the COVID crash, maybe. So yeah, though scary times, also interesting times on the daily MACD histogram. RSI not so much. I mean, it's just pretty much bearish convergence here. That's okay. But it did get oversold. And that's kind of it, right? I mean, so there's your Bitcoin doing some interesting stuff, not completely collapsing yet. It seemed like all hope was lost, right? Just like on the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, right? Oh man, they were screwed, and all of a sudden, bullish hammers. Ethereum, all right, we've done it, chat. I mean, pretty much hit that pattern completion zone. Divergence is still very much intact on the 4-hour. If not now, maybe never, right? I mean, I'm just saying, like, from the previous low of September to the all-time high in November, it has lost 88% of its value. And that 886 just happens to line up at an actual real support resistance. So these are the areas where men are made. Right, where it's just, there's so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and then you keep selling off, right? You just hit your lowest price since September, today. And it's scary, man. It's not easy. But just telling you where you are. You're at value perceived areas by far now, like officially, and you've also you're at an inflection point, and there's still bullish divergence on the RSI, on the 4-hour, daily wise. There's no divergence on the daily here. But nevertheless, you can see it. I mean, it's right there. Dude, it did it. The pattern is complete. So you should be not expecting, of course, but you would be led to believe, based on these harmonics, these predictable patterns that have been researched for 100 years, right? You'd be led to believe that a reaction would be coming. At least a reaction. Bitcoin got an insane reaction, didn't it, on its own respective harmonic? It was that December 4th, scammed down and then scammed up. So this is like where Bitcoin did that. That's where Ethereum is now. And so you'd think that, hey, this area holds. There could be a lot of upside for a big reaction. But we'll see, right? We will see. Yeah, I know the death cross. It's like literally everyone. I got people that don't care about TA sending me articles on death crosses today. It's just like, who cares, dude? Great. Go all out because of that or something, right? Retail gone. I mean, it definitely seems like it, I mean, as a live streamer of the crypto market, it's the guys of the crypto market. It's all markets. In traditional technical analysis, we just use crypto as that SEO marketing and stuff. But yeah, we also apply TA to crypto, but it does seem like, sentiment has hit the floor. And I mean, I'm not getting Rudy Poo bullcrap, from people all the time about anything bullish or anything. People, maybe sentiment has finally capitulated. Not price. Price is doing exactly what it did in September, doing exactly what it did in July, right? Flirting with disaster, death, crazy markdowns possible if it falls. It just hasn't yet. It did. It was going to do it, and then it rallied. So, I mean, until you break it with confirmation and then immediate follow the price action, you're still safe above 40K for now. For now. There you go, Andrew. If Bama wins, Bitcoin hits new all-time highs. If Georgia wins, Bitcoin new lower lows. I like it. I'm down with it. Scorched earth. All right. So, yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then we can take a look at Binance coin that was down. It hit its lowest point today as well, lowest point since October 12th, and still has not hit its pattern completion zone. You'd think it would in time. I mean, it's getting real. It's getting closer and closer every single day. There's not an edge anymore. BNB is cracking through 429. Now, if you get back above 429, that means Bitcoin's holding 42K and breaking it and running. So then it rallies above 430 and goes to 500. And tests it as resistance. Fine, that's sure that's going to happen. I mean, Ethereum's going to hold too if Bitcoin holds. right? It's the whole thing. It's like all these assets are at their own respective critical inflection points. They're just different numbers. Okay, and this one's 430, Ethereum's 2,903K, and then Bitcoin's 40 to 42K. Let's go to Solana definitely hit its lowest price since the date of September 28th, 2021. You're still above that 200-day simple moving average, barely. And yeah, I mean, bullish divergence argument could develop. You see how close it is if Bitcoin catches bids. But if Bitcoin doesn't catch bids, this divergence will never happen, and it will crack through 120, 130, and it'll be all over. It'll be a straight line, straight down, or sorry, straight up, straight down affair. That's your SOL. We look at this because it's one of the largest crypto caps, you know, out there. Yeah, M shape, maybe type 2 return, and then reciprocal ABCD, maybe type 2 return. I mean, sure, it's just as critical of an area as Bitcoin is. Sure, Bitcoin does bullish things, so does SOL. SOL will pivot and rally here, quite possibly huge, if Bitcoin does. Bitcoin doesn't, bye-bye 130, see you at $56 probably eventually, just based on historical price action. Between 130 and $56. Okay. So we got Cardano, also the same thing, right? Hit its lowest price since July 22nd. Hit that 107 mark finally. And that's it. It bounced off the 107. Still no real like buying signal, no like engulfing candle or bullish hammer or anything. It's down 3% on the day. And you're getting close, man, where there might be action to take, but I'm still waiting for a signal. Give me some sort of daily signal that actually is worth a crap, you know? Like, there's just nothing yet. And yeah, I mean, I think bullish divergence would develop if it started pivoting here at this major inflection zone between $1 and $1.07. That's it. Okay. My God, you bought crypto 2 months ago. Tell me the next time you buy so I know when to sell. Good God. I mean, it's just calling it. I mean, going long at the top takes certain talent. It might anyway, you know. Okay, so those are your big four, and then you go to total. That the same argument could develop here. I mean, Class C bullish divergence. If you pivot, if Bitcoin pivots, Ethereum pivots, then you would start rallying. But look how close you're getting to that major level of inflection. It's been tested before. It was tested September 20th. Could happen again. That's lowest price since September 29th today. But, you know, a decent little rally. And again, just talking Class C, where you stagnate in negative momentum on lower prices, and it's your weakest form of divergence, but it could still play out, especially Bitcoin's classic divergence played out.
Alabama +3 or Georgia -3?
I mean, like, you know, I might be a little biased here, but based on literal, like, analysis, Alabama, right? I mean, like, based on them playing head-to-head, it wasn't even really competitive after mid-third quarter. And Saban's 7-1 against Georgia. That one loss was in 2007, and Bama never lost again to them. At 7-1. And you have a statistical edge on rematches. Remember the stat from yesterday, chat? Remember the stat that I'll tell you one more time? Since 1950, there have been 78 times the same two teams played each other twice in the same season. One team won both games 44 times, 56.4%, and then the team split 34 times, 43.6%. So statistical edge on a rematch. You know, people would make up a myth that it's hard to beat the team twice, not based on data. So, I mean, again, and you're talking about quarterback edge.
Hi Mitch, can we please
By
look
far,
at storage?
right?
I got a bat pattern on 4
Hey,
hours,
you're the
which
first
is
person
also
ever. New
confirmation
emoji
low
ball,
on
by the
daily
way.
bat pattern. Cheers, brother.
Jalen, think we could make that less pixelated on the GIF. I think it's just I use the emoji, the Discord emoji version. So there it is, chat. Sitting in a jar, replacing Litecoin. What a joke, dude. Who cares about Litecoin ever again? Dead coin, pretty much. I mean, what's it do? It's not performing, so it's just like you're out of here. Litecoin, you're out. You don't do anything but lose. When's the last time someone even requested it? Look at Litecoin, dude. Nice job, man. Lowest price since July 25th today. Joke, man. Literal joke. But yeah, it's still holding. It's not. It's literally below the June 2019 level. Imagine owning Litecoin then. Owning Litecoin in 2018, you've lost money. It's a loser, dude. That's what it is. It's like many coins are losers like this too, though, right? So I get it though. It's an M shape like VeChain and the others. Will it catch bids? Probably not. So yeah, dude, this has been like $20 tip for, which is the Litecoin emoji, gone. I think you can tip like $18, $15, and Litecoin still falls, but for that big 20 that everyone uses for the requests, it's now Chainlink. Okay, anyway. Where were we? We were talking about, oh yeah, just about like Bama or Georgia. And again, it's just like, is it really biased for me to pick Bama over Georgia? It's not. It's like literally, if you care about rational facts and all that, you go with Bama. If you think, fallacy, gambler's fallacy, now they're going to lose, I'm going to pick now the streak's going to break, right? The 7-1 streak, the 7, times in a row Alabama's beat Georgia, right? Well, now Georgia's going to win this time based on literally nothing. Well, based on how they played against inferior opponents this year, sure. Absolutely. I guess you can go that way. Yeah, dude, go ahead and look at the Litecoin to Bitcoin chart or Ethereum chart. It's even worse. It's a joke, man. Okay, so let's go to the S&P now. S&P 500, so we can see the drama, more drama, right? Not just drama in crypto on Bitcoin, but drama on the S&P. Look at this hammer, ladies and gentlemen. Thor's hammer right there. Oh, remember all we talked about, right? All you had to do was just make a higher low than the previous low on the daily. And the uptrend is not even in jeopardy or in close to being in jeopardy or anything. It's all good. Like, these things happen. You are in a long-term uptrend. The trend is not threatened until you fall below the previous low. Did that happen? Nope. So anything in between then can be Rudy Poo. And yeah, you like sold off to a low of 45.83 and then closed 46.70. Again, like a 3% swing on an index. I believe, well, it may have been the Nasdaq, not the S&P. Yeah, the S&P was like 2%. All right, so, but eventually, right? This isn't even the real pattern completion zone. If you're going by the rules, the real PCZ is the 1618 to 4900. So this structure is valid until again you fall below the previous low. So let's see what happens. Will we get follow through price action off the bullish, extremely bullish textbook hammer pattern? Japanese candlestick. Y'all think? What do you think? Yes, no, maybe so. I'll wait while we go to the next one. Dow Jones pretty much back tested August 16th high. I believe we talked about that like on Friday. That happening. And it looks like it's happened. I think you were off by like 50 cents or $1. But again, the uptrend's still intact till you make a lower high than the previous. I'm sorry, a lower low than previous lows. The uptrend's still going. Yeah, you pull back some at an inflection point, and you'll probably rally off of this and go see fresh all-time highs. Good God, are you talking about 1, 2, 3 valleys or something? Give me a third valley. Good. And here's your Nasdaq composite. That what did it do? Fell below the critical level that we thought it'd test, but then had a resounding rally to fill a gap. Remember, you gapped down today, opened at 14,750, sold off, and then
feeling sincerely grateful for your life-changing knowledge in this TA community. I don't take your daily streams for granted because they too will one day be no more. Long live King Ray.
Thanks, Eddie Man, for the 618. Yeah, sobering to think about, right? Oh, yeah, you can take me for granted because I'll be here every day, because I've been here every day for 4 years straight now, just about, barring acts of COVID and traveling and whatever. But, yep, this won't last forever. I can't tell you when it's going to stop. You know, because I'm cool. I think I'm good right now, like, to continue doing this. But tragedies happen. Things occur in life, right? Think about one day, you know, if I ever find a girlfriend worth procreating with, bearish divergence on this stream. I mean, for real, just based on limited time to be able to take care of a kid and have a real relationship with somebody. I mean, that stuff, you know. So enjoy it for now while you can, right? That's all I can say. All right, so if you're above 14.8, you're good. And I'm glad we tested it and it held. And so you got to wonder, will the NASDAQ follow the S&P's bullish hammer? Probably. So actually fell below that demand line. Whatever. Again, I don't think you're in true jeopardy of a trend reversal on the NASDAQ until you start falling below 14,175. Just remember, though, okay, despite all of this stuff, just go to the monthly, I guess, and just hit log scale and then just zoom out. There's no value, no matter what, on the NASDAQ ever again until something happens, man. You don't even have to be on linear, but good God, look at the monthly bearish divergence here on the RSI. I mean, it's just, what a dip to buy, man. I mean, oops, that's not green. That's definitely not green. That's red. Right? I mean, it's there. I'm not telling you it's going to reverse now. I'm not doom and glooming. I'm just showing you it's a high and then a higher high, substantially higher high, lower levels relative strength in overbought territory at 80. Yeah, that's bad normally. So you also had, and this still isn't dead or invalid. I mean, it might be after last week, but you had a perfect shooting star or shooting doji star, and then also kind of hanging man. So I mean, that could still be in play, and you haven't seen negative momentum on the monthly since April of 2020. Yikes, man. So long overdue for a major pullback or crash. This was the COVID crash, right? It doesn't look like much of a crash in log scale, right?
You got the over or the under on the game tonight?
That one's tough, man. I have a very, very small, like, it's nothing compared to what else I have. But I do have, I teased Bama and the under 59.5. But again, man, that is, I have no idea. The over historically in national title games since 2005, it's like every game but one, the over hit. I mean, that's statistical. So, I mean, again, though, and I'm teasing, you manipulate a line, so I don't know. And I mean, like the SEC title game for this 59.5 that I have, that's, again, very, very small wager. If the SEC title game was this game, I would not have covered that. It would have gone over. So it's just, you know, I think like if Bama loses, it'd probably be the under. The under would hit, which it would not kill my bet, but because when you tease, you have Bama at plus 10 now, or I guess the line moved back, so it'd still be plus 9.5 if you had Bama with the under. But I just think like if Georgia like controls the line of scrimmage and the time of possession and keeps Bryce Young and Bama's offense off the field, it's gonna be really tough. And yeah. I don't think they want a shootout is what I'm talking about. Like, because they'll never keep up with Bama. Like, in a shootout. They can't. It's impossible. Like, you have a generational quarterback with unlimited skill guys. Oh, no. Alabama lost John Mechie. Okay, put in Ja'Cory Brooks, who literally saved the Iron Bowl, you know, so... It's just weird, though. I mean, I just, you know, wouldn't if it's not a bullcrap Vegas line, wouldn't the line be the same? Wouldn't it still be like -6 or -7? Anyway, so NASDAQ, right? No value, extremely high, and very real bearish divergence. I'm not telling you it's reversing now. I'm just showing you on the most significant time scale, textbook, classic, Class A bearish divergence. Okay, anyway, so I just wanted to point that out so we don't get like ahead of ourselves to think that great value. But look at the 4-hour hammer and then the bullish engulfing candle, almost a bullish Marabazoo. Yep, things look bad, and then money printer came on like it literally always does. And now you got maybe X, A, B, C, D stuff. This is almost a Gartley, right? Like very close to a Gartley of some sort. Don't think you hit the 786 exactly. Maybe you got close enough. See the 618? Sweet mother of Jesus, you did it. Can you believe this? When it's so interesting, and then it gets even more interesting because you've actually hit the pattern completion zone of a textbook bullish Gartley on the NASDAQ. Chat, will this play out? If it plays out, then the NASDAQ's going to 15,889, and then above that, 16,187. That's it, right? Pretty. Not very often you get bullish Gartleys on index funds, but there it is. Type 1 return, anyway. You know. Anyway, we got like 20 minutes until your daily candle close, and you were saved when it seemed like certain defeat was in store. Just like it happens every time the Bitcoin hits these crazy levels that must hold, you start falling below them, and it looks like the bottom's about to fall out, and then bids come in. July 21st, that happened, and like September 25th-ish, it kind of happened too. So I think it was actually earlier than the 25th. It was like on the first time, the first attempted test, it fell below, then rallied, and then back tested it 2 more times to confirm, you know. So wow, this right here is crazy. All right, Russ 2000 also doing things right. A bullish Marabazoo Harami on the 4-hour. Interesting combination that you just don't see often. And if this truly is the reversal, you're getting some hidden bullish divergence there. And all of a sudden, it becomes a potential another dragon. Look, and also left shoulder. Dude, this is almost like setting up like a what? Almost setting up like a perfect potential inverse head and shoulders if this holds here with your Japanese candlestick reversal combination today. Dang, man. And that's a perfect neckline, right? I mean, the neckline's literally awesome. Let's see what happens, though. And the good news is about it, right? I don't know. It's not at the bottom of the range, but dang, dude, it's closer to the bottom than the top. So you always got to like that. Let's see what happens. Very interesting developments across the index funds, right? Each painting different little stories of potential major reversals or continuations upward. So, yeah. Cool to see. It's the dragon, and I'm saying like dragon, it could be another dragon, right? This dragon's still actually real, but you could just be getting a confirmation momentum shifting low, and I'm always down with that. And then you fill the gap tomorrow and you start pivoting. Think about it, from this low here to the next one. That's from classic divergence to usher in a reversal and then a sell-off, and then into hidden bullish divergence on both oscillators from that previous low to the next low. Yeah, continuations implied now. Well, it played out initially on the classic. Why not the hidden with the Harami? What did it look like on the daily? What was the close? Oh, just a nice bullish hammer right there. Dang, dude. That's a very real bullish hammer. It's not green, but it's red, and that's okay. You can have red hammers. It's no problem. You know, typically green hammers are stronger just because you close strong, right? You closed at your highs of the day from that crazy scam wick low. That's okay. It's going to naturally underperform all the other index funds. It normally always does. So, yeah, interesting stuff on the stock market. Yeah. But, dude, what about gold, man? Gold's fine. Look what it's doing. Look what it's trying to hold above the major zone from 2011, 2012. And you stay above this long enough, $1,833, $1,900, $1,875 anyway. Above that. The accumulation continues. Just when it seems like, oh, you're so screwed, how does it hold again? Again, man. It did. So, I mean, slow going, like the longest barbecue ever, but hey, you're okay right now. Gold's fine, and silver could be, it's still trying to get down there. But dang, man, I mean, this is kind of the stuff you want to see. Yeah, I don't know if it's bottoming, but dang, man, at this point, if it does pivot and starts rallying back up to 23 again, then you're getting a high or low confirmation low. I love that. And look, I mean, like, here's the thing. September 29th, traders settled up on the daily at 2150. Then traders settled up December 15th, 2190. Quiet, subtle accumulation. Even though intraday you went down to the same level, where the candles close, it's higher lows. And then again, another higher low. Are you meaning to tell me there's so much subtle accumulation here at the bottom of a trading range after you jumped across the creek and you painted this beautiful textbook bullish chart? All right, so it's getting real close. It's either like you found your bottom. I mean, look, we're the candle low closed from December 14th, right? Today, market participants pushed the price down to test that candle low close level before the rally. So you're just getting areas where it's actionable, whether it's now or you go a little bit further. I mean, yeah, you could always go to 2146, sure, but remember the 886 right there. A lot of upside potential on silver. I know, I get it, but dang, man, bottom of a range, harmonic. It's not about being right or wrong. It's just about the argument, right? If I'm a lawyer, I'm a technical analysis lawyer, and I have to present an argument based on traditional technical analysis. Well, here's the argument, right? And that's all I can do is give you an argument. No Bruce tonight. I don't know, man. Like, I hate it. I want to get drunk. Of course. I haven't drank a sip of alcohol since I was in Dallas before I was sick. So, I mean, like, yeah, dude, I want to. I just don't I mean, I feel recovered, but I don't know if you've had COVID. You might know, or you might say, oh, you're crazy, man. But, like, it just, I don't feel all the way back, right? There's certain parts of my sinus that are still off, and I just don't feel completely well, even though I've completely recovered. No more symptoms of sore throat, no fever. I don't feel like much fatigue anymore after, I mean, today waking up was like first time I feel like kind of more energy, but still not quite all the way there yet. Hard to explain. You know what I'm saying, man? Covering is a symptom, I guess, yeah. Y'all saying it takes a month to feel normal again? 2 weeks for Smitty. What's up, Kyle? Coming in from South Korea. I finished Squid Game last night. If you hadn't seen it, but you want to be mind-effed, you should watch it. It's good. I mean, again, a lot of, like, bad stuff that's not family-friendly or wholesome at all. So it's like rated R stuff, you know. Don't watch it with your kids. It's not like this stream, okay? Not wholesome. Okay. Is there even a request? Oh, wow. So someone has a $5 million bet on Bama or a $1.2 million bet on Georgia. Dang, dude. And thanks for the 900 plus tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that sub. If you're enjoying the fact that the S&P bullishly hammered, you're seeing a bullish Garley on the Nasdaq right now.
Michin Uchin con slight delay, but if you jet a girlfriend, wife, you must not leave us. Sheto, must respect the.
Thank you, Elliot, dude. Yeah, I highly doubt she will. Dude, it's like the odds of finding just someone I can connect with seems so low. You know, it'd be great, but dude, it's just rare and probably never gonna happen, and I don't even care anymore. Like I just try to focus on this, and I'm only bringing that stuff up because Eddie tipped and talked about it. You know, he was the one that started the whole thing, conversation. That's what tipping does, right? You can kind of like steer where the stream goes. If you say the right thing or ask the right questions, all of a sudden we can be going off to another, you know, tangent or something of conversation. Okay, so silver. Come on, dude. This is it. Like, it's either now, 21.95, or it goes down a little more. But if it's going to play out, it's going to do this. You get it, right? It's going to do that. I mean, your aggressive target's 25.37. But, like, kind of like where it is in the range, that's maybe one target. But eventually you think that silver could, if this all plays out. Gosh, dang it, man. Oh, so annoying. Could eventually go all the way to the top of the range again. Way up here, man, back from August 2020 and February 2021, right? That's where this could take you. This ushers in something far greater. Why? How do we know that? Because you think the probability is high if it does play out, that's where it's going, because look where you are. The context, the bottom, the absolute bottom of a major trading range you've been in since August of 2020. I love the fact that you got oversold on the 4 hour. Love that, man. And when you got oversold, you made a higher low. I bet Scott Carney loves it too.
Thanks for the TA, man.
What's up? You don't have a name? I think you do. We'll look, okay? Do not sleep on silver, please, if you respect TA. All right, now, well, let's do one more. One more, and it is U.S. oil that is still above that 2018 major inflection point, the top of it anyway, right? You're still above it. You're testing it. You were flat today. You didn't do much anything. Energy stocks did well. Natural gas did well, right? Well, yeah, I think eventually, I think there's still more upside. 82.50, pretty much minimum here based on the harmonic structure. Okay, that's it. And yeah, the little bit of bearish divergence in the 4 hour, it's very real. So it'd come all the way down to 75.25 again, but we'll see. You're up and you're down, and you're up and you're down. Okay. Yeah, it's a gift actually. Ozark or Ozlock. It is a gift. It very seldom happens, and it's almost an impossibility happening twice in a year, and it's now happened twice in a year. Okay, let's see. Let's go to MicroStrategy. MSTR. Big yikes. Yeah, definitely looks like one, right? Definitely looks like one. And at saddest pattern completion zone, eh? That's a beaut. Absolute beautiful, right? Yeah. There it is. It's like a chain link. It's like better than Chainlink because Chainlink even itself created this pattern way down here after retracing like 80% of the way, 88% of the way from the previous low to high, and the buying climax high where everything had it, right? So, I mean, outperforming, and yes, very real. Maybe it's begun today. You have a reaction occurring, but a little too early. I would feel way more comfortable if we get above 500. But yes, an absolute divine looking bullish shark pattern. Yeah, it's very real. The edge though isn't really there on the daily yet, right? I mean, you'll get it if you start pivoting here. Yes, you will get bullish divergence. You get a few more green candles, start losing this negative momentum.
From the circus down under. Common sense prevails. Australian Open gonna be awesome. Let's go Novak. Flex bicep.
Mihail, thank you for the £5 super chat, and thank you for the wishes and Happy New Year. And then Novak's Dahovic, thank you, dude. Yeah, I hope that gets resolved. Saw some like 400-pound person that works at the Australian government talk trash about DJ, which is just like hilarious. These overweight, morbidly obese people are trying to tell people that are extremely healthy. It's so ironic, the stupidity. The levels of stupidity in humanity have gone to all-time highs. Wish we could pull up a chart. The chart on stupidity of human beings looks like this, chat. This is what it looks like right there. And we're right about here, okay? That's about where we are in stupidity. Yeah. But we got smartphones. Yeah, we got smartphones. Cool, dude. Yeah, so beautiful structure, undeniable. You gotta love it. Let's see what happens. This you should have MSTR on your watch list now. All right. All right, let's look at the next one, which was storage. Back to the altcoin world. Even though this is crypto, but it's on the New York Stock Exchange.
Hey Mitch, can we take a look at NIA? It's been holding up pretty well. Some saying on a sol trajectory.
We will look at that. Henry, we will look at NIR. Thank you, dude. All right, so storage. I was scanning and found this. I didn't really know what it was going to do. No, I didn't. I think like, I don't know, dude, sometimes, you know, we got like almost 900 patrons. So like people bounce ideas in the community and all that stuff. It's not about even taking credit who identified it. I love giving credit to people who identify, but I think patrons were on this one. And yeah, there's a bullish Gartley, right, where it's like a 618B, lower high C, then 886. See that all the time. It's at that level where if it's gonna play out, it's gonna start reacting. It's gonna start reacting and rally. And I think the target, if it did play out, would be 186, 194, right? That would be go. You go test that again. That's a major level of inflection. So yeah, that's it. That's your storage, and definitely divergence occurred. And now you have more divergence occurring locally, right? So you have a bunch of divergence on storage at the pattern completion zone of this M shape, all right? That's it. Now the 886, you could say the 1618. I mean, it hit the 1618 on B2C right there. Beautiful. Confluence, 886, 1618. Gotta love it. So, yep, if it does reverse here, 186, 194. Okay? That's storage. Next one was I'm not sure. All right, so remember, I don't have a name. If it's not on TradingView, I cannot analyze it. It's a rule as old as this community and stream itself. MGod, MetaGods is, if it's on PooCoin, I will not look at it. And I recommend people never touch it, ever. Binance Smart Chain coin, losers, create those coins to dump on other unsuspecting victims' heads. It's degen gambling. There's not a market to be made based on traditional technical analysis. It's all a joke. Rug pulls, whether they're quick rug pulls or they're slow rug pulls, an algorithm set up just to dump on everyone's head, the buyer induction, right? On the lower highs. No thank you. I'm sorry, dude. We don't mess with that crap here. That is beyond our level of, nope. Sorry. Give me something on TradingView, till then we gotta move on. 16 minutes till kickoff. I won't be missing any of that. Oh, Near. Nice how it held. Holy crap. Old Near. Dang, man, it looked like, you see it, the old high, it was an all-time high in October, was tested December 29th, and it's tested again yesterday. And what a rally you're receiving. So you could just maybe look at this like it's range bound, headed to 1646, test that high from December 27th. And after that, I don't know, right? I mean, like, the fact that it held here was spectacular. There wasn't an edge of any sort. And the context of a harmonic is weird here. So it's just cool. It held support again for a second time. So if it really is holding for a second time, I mean, you could always look at it like the uptrend, it goes to all-time highs, and it really wouldn't be that weird on the second successful back test of an old previous resistance. Yeah, maybe. But technically very sound, no value or anything. Look at it, it's beautiful. It just keeps going up, man. So Near's a winner, a real winner. It's up 15% today. Very nice. And that was like the last real request, So yeah, let's look at Chainlink. It's up 1.74% today. Look, I have vested interest in this asset. I own this asset. It's a trade setup. It's like one of the only coins that makes any sense. We have a new day. Bitcoin survived one more time, but failed to break the top of that inflection zone. It tested it though again at the high point of the last 4-hour candle. But yeah, Chainlink trying to re-break out. I don't even know. I said this yesterday. This may not even be anything. It just could be turning into something else, right? Like now with new data, you just adjust and it's nothing, right? It's an upsloping channel. Maybe it's turning into that. I don't know. But I do know that there's not on the daily. You're not playing. If you're in Chainlink, you're not playing the 4-hour. You're not playing the 60-minute. You're playing the daily. And based on the daily, I don't think there's any real stopping until 34. Oh, I think you take profit at $34 to $35, $36 actually, $34 to $36, because that's the major resistance. Okay, between then it's up and it's down, it's up and it's down, it's up and it's down. Okay, then it goes up again. But see, based on this M shape that developed, you'd think it'd run up to $35, $36, test it, maybe pull back some, but eventually break it and run to like, $43 to $52, which are also targets. So yeah, to me, and it just had, right? It just confirmed its highest daily candle close since November 21st. So the rally making its highest high again on the close. Cody says that. Well, then roll tide to you, sir. Back to Bitcoin. Here's your daily close. That just was another indecision candle. I don't know if we can even see. Look, the thing is, you'd be like, hey, that's like a bullish, almost hammer. But the issue is like it's higher than the previous candles. So it's just, I don't know, but look, where your hope is coming back slowly, methodically, you're starting to feel better about Bitcoin because look, the new day, hopefully you catch some bids today. I'm not kidding. Hope if you catch some bids today and you get back above 42K, start rallying, that classic Class A bullish divergence really gonna keep maturing, and then you're gonna say it might be actionable for a position trade long. We're talking position trade, a trade that could take a couple months to play out, but you're starting to get there on the MACD histogram. All right, hidden bearish divergence played out. Now you're at a critical inflection point. Long-term uptrends in jeopardy. All these things, and then the divergence appears here. And after, you know, wicks down and lots, I mean, fear greed index at its lowest price since the COVID crash, all those things leads you to believe that there could be opportunity. It just depends on the next couple days of price action, probably, because we're getting there. The things you need to see are happening at the levels you normally would like to see them. Right? Because when you're at inflection points, it's easy to strategize an entry, stop loss, and take profits. When you're not at an inflection point and you're showing divergence, it's actually really tough to strategize, even with all the exhaustion, right? Shown maybe on the daily. It's really hard to strategize that entry. How? Because like if you're in the middle of nowhere between supports and resistance and you're showing divergence, how do you set your entry and your stop loss? You can't really. Now that makes sense. Now we know, looking left back from January 8th, 2021, 1 year ago. Look, May 25th, June. Look, August, September, January this year. So you see what I'm saying? And it just happens to be a type 2 return potentially of the big bullish shark. Yes. And even still, right, say the downtrends to continue and bears are so bearish and the bear trend sucks and all that. Just think about, even with this stuff, and say you still remain in a bear trend, you run up, you test 47, 48K, you fail, you make a lower high in the previous high, then you come on down, and then you head on down to those lower levels. I mean, even if the bull trend's completely over, the divergence could at least usher in a relief rally to induce more buying from unsuspecting victims, hit the next level, lower highs, hidden bearish divergence again or something, and you dump once more. Either way, this can usher in some sort of rally. Doesn't mean it's the major end-all be-all reversal, but something. What's up, Surf Mamba? Yeah, we can look at that. H&T. Well, remember when H&T like broke out of its downtrend after back testing an old high as support not once but twice on the second successful test? Look at the rally. But then you topped out. You know, buyers got complacent and then you just dumped Bitcoin, and now, yeah, you're hitting.
Hey Mitch, thanks for guiding us through this rough market. Bought some Harmony $1 at 18 cents on the dip. Look for another level to DCA roll tide.
Cloud News, roll tide. Thank you, dude. Harmony coin, yeah. Well, if that's the case, then this probably has some more to fall, right? H&T, if you're looking for a silver type harmonic, right? Silver did the exact same thing, broke supply line, then created the M shape. You see that? I mean, that's a combination. Downtrend breaks and then you rally, but then there's just not enough demand to get it to test the previous highs, like the top of the channel, and then the M shape develops, and then you get a much more significant type of reversal. Then at that PCZ eventually ushers in this, right, to at least test that. And then what happens there is all hypothetical right now, but again, yeah, I'm sure you've seen me do it where it's just like this, you know, and then you get one of these, you know, 786 is a Gartley right there because it's a 618. So that's what happens. It's wave analysis over and over and over again. So maybe $28 would be your PCZ. Now, of course, there's that offshoot chance. Maybe a cipher. The 786 has been hit. But I just, based on like what we've seen, 886s happen way more often than the 886s. Saying like sharks occur way more than ciphers in this market anyway. So there you go. There's your HNT. Let's go to Harmony. Harmony is confirmed at top, but hey, look at this textbook bullish Gartley. Yeah, unreal in the uptrend, very real uptrend. Yeah, you've topped out. Eesh. Where are you? Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think you confirmed a high. Market participants didn't know the first time, but they did the second. And here we are at the neckline of potential double top. And you almost broke it when Bitcoin dumped, but I don't know if there's anything actionable. I see some divergence maybe developing, but wouldn't it make more sense to come down to like an 886 from this previous low versus trying it now, because you're nearing the bad action magnet move where you break B, you go lose 88% of your value from the low to high. So I don't see anything actionable for a long so much right now after confirming a top, but you know, at the same time, look at this demand line that held very nice. I mean, it's more like an upsloping channel. So yeah, maybe that holds. I don't know, but like, you know, the big time for Harmony was this Gartley down here. You got a reaction low, reversal low. I don't know if it'll hold. Okay, if it doesn't, you see 22 cents probably. If it does, this is where it reverses. So anyway, just when you thought it was over for Bitcoin, it all of a sudden becomes interesting because of the daily classic bullish divergence redeveloping. I think that's the headline today. This MACD histogram is the headline at the inflection point. That's what's real. It's the MACD. It's the classic divergence developing at a level where major reversals can occur. So, and it's not just the first time, it's the second time. You don't know the first time. Second time could be very good. For at least a relief rally to 47, 48K, it just hasn't happened yet. You haven't even broken at the top of the range yet, or the zone, inflection zone, from January 8th, 2021. So that's it, man. So I've been live a little over an hour. Look, I got, you know, I want to at least, I don't want to be like, hey, turning the game on as it's starting. I want to just kind of relax, take my mind off things, and enjoy the last game of all college football season until next year. But hopefully it makes sense what I'm talking about today. Maybe. Maybe not. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Best of luck to both teams. Just about anything, man. I don't know if Alabama's going to win, but based on like an argument with actual data and analytics, you would think that Alabama would win. Just like a trade setup, right? Oh, well, I mean, probability seems likely for a reversal here based on a bunch of variables, but it doesn't mean it's going to succeed. So that's like a good lesson in life, you know. Try to create the strongest argument based on facts, data, and analysis. And if it fails, so be it. You never expected anything anyway, right? So thanks again for the likes, love, support, contributions. Join the Discord if you haven't. The Discord is pinned above in the chat. Talk to y'all later. Until next time, respect the TA and roll tide.